right, Msuri.
Yeah,
Thank you and welcome to the Sincerely Faith channel.
thank you.
Good to have you on here finally and get some things cleared up about
Of
the
course.
diasporas and Africa and all.
Yeah.
But it's, I guess, give the people, a little background of your name and where you from, and, just that good stuff. Good stuff.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Name's Msuri. Amani Sangu. It's a very African name, but not too African, but it's more tribal. But anyways, yeah.
When you say tribal, what's your tribal? What tribe are you all with?
Um, so my mom's Chaga,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad is Mrangi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
two different tribes.
Two different tribes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the name Msuri has meaning on both tribes.
Is that good on both tribes?
It's good on both sides.
Okay.
One side means like a leader.
Okay.
Yeah. The other one means more of a strength and character. Who presents prowess and honor and that other stuff, which I.
And what I know about you, you're both. So yeah, that kind of goes together.
Yeah, from time to time, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, just and Amani is basically in Swahili it's peace, but in Arabic it means wish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Isangu is just pure African. It's just an old name, like way back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, but my dad's side's mainly from Islamic group. My mom's side is Christianic. So yeah, I got my first name from my dad's side, my middle name from my mom's side.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up.
And it's stuck. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It fits you. It
Yeah,
fits you.
yeah.
It fits you. It fits you. So you did do some time China.
Yes, I did. 2 years studying computer science. About to go into my second year, and then COVID hit. Bummer. But one thing I would say, it really changed my aspect in life. New country, different people, different traditions, different culture, and different lifestyle. You know, in Tanzania, you're used to eating like zege and fries and all the rice and everything. In China, it's a whole completely different menu. And I have to be careful because I don't eat pork due to my Islamic religion. So I tend to I have to be careful which restaurant I go into. But all in all, China was a good experience. Getting into new interactions with new people. I was with my Tanzanian friends. I had other friends from different countries, from Africa, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Zambia, Malawi, Kenya, Uganda, Congo. So even Nigerians. So it was a completely different, interaction from where I was from. But yeah, it changed me.
That's good.
Yeah.
For the better.
For the better, yeah.
Yeah.
It made me more responsible, helped me actually understand, finances, like, your own finances and how you're going to be spending everything on. But yeah, it really kept me on budget, it kept me straight, and it kept me, looking forward of what life I would build while I was still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the language, how was the language? Learn the language.
The language was hellfire. But it was interesting, very interesting, because you watch all these Chinese flicks like Enter the Dragon, all this Shaolin stuff. In your head you're thinking probably all these guys know kung fu, but that's just it's a superstition. It's not actually real. Most of them just get on with their everyday lives, and people who are like Shaolin and everything, these guys stay like away from like the central city. They're more of like, they're nomadic. They like to stay within themselves, within their own confines. So, being there, the language was very, very different, because this is one thing that people don't actually understand. People say that, Chinese people speak Chinese, the Chinese language, but there's actually, there's different types of Chinese. There's Mandarin, there's Cantonese, So we were learning Mandarin, but we'd go to different places in China, and people would be like, "Your Mandarin's not the same like our Mandarin."
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it's different.
it was different. Yeah,
Yeah.
in some type. But it was basic. It's like Tanzania. Swahili is like the basic language in Tanzania. But you go into more rural areas, like the villages. People speak their own tribal language. So it's really hard. But the basis, as long as you know the basis, you're good.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part was like actually writing the Chinese words and everything. Those were pretty difficult.
Yeah.
it's especially reading them. So
Yeah. 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 But
Yeah.
speaking of language,
Uh-huh.
Swahili. I had the experience of learning some Swahili. Learning some before I came and learning some while I've been here. You guys teach me different words. Like,
Yeah.
what was it we was talking about? The Chipsy Zaga.
Yes.
Which is good. which that's what Chipsy Zaga. I can remember that more than the Chipsy. What is it?
My eye.
Yeah. So learning the language is a big thing, and that's one of the things like with the diasporas coming over.
Yeah.
That would be. Wouldn't you say one of the biggest things that they should try to embrace is learning Kiswahili, learning Swahili a little bit before they come over?
Yeah. As long as you know the basis, the greetings, mambo, poa,
Yeah.
shikamo. Shikamo is basically for elders. If you're a youngster coming through to a country and you're bumping into an older person, you'd have to say shikamo. That's one main respect. Yeah, because respect is the one thing that's builds Tanzania. They say heshima ni bure, meaning respect is price. It has no price. It's not expensive. So it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, heshima
Yeah.
ni bure, it means that respect is free. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, as long as like you respect one another, respect people and what they do, and you can understand what they do and why they're doing it, it's all good. Yeah. So whichever diaspora wants to like come into Tanzania and try to get to know the language and everything, they should know a bit of Swahili before they come here.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you'll learn more once you get here and you start interacting with the people.
More, yeah.
And it's almost like you said with China. You have your Swahili that's taught, whether it's Duolingo or through a teacher or so.
Yeah.
But then when you come in, like we come in the compound, you'll have the tribal Swahili, like
exactly,
like Jackie.
So
yeah. Jackie teaches me every day something.
Something new.
Something new. Something,
It's good.
He lets it be known. This is how you say it in Swahili.
Yeah. I mean, I don't trust Jackie as much, but I pray to God he teaches me the right things.
So he taught me, because I couldn't remember the numbers, and he was like, Tisa, meaning the ninth.
Yeah.
When I leave, he was like, Tisa. And I was like, I've heard that before.
It's nine.
But yeah, and then I was like, 9. I was like, okay, yeah, then Kumi. He was like,
10.
10. Yeah. So once you get in with the locals and the ones that are tribal and are in their own village, you start learning
different languages.
Yes, other Swahili.
Yeah.
And that is good.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It really is good.
It's good. Yeah. So to any of the diasporas, we talked about this coming in to Tanzania, coming in with families and, coming in with bringing all their belongings.
Yeah.
What is a good highlight that they need to, I guess you could say, bring with them? Their attitude, their knowledge base. What is something they need to keep in mind coming over to Africa? Because it's different.
It's
different in the States.
Very different.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is that when they come into Africa, they should have their mindset intact and be ready for something new. Like I said, every time you enter someplace foreign you've never been in, you just have to expect anything new or something that you're not used to. All these expectations, you should just keep them in mind. I would also say that to keep yourself intact and to keep yourself safe, stay somewhere where you feel comfortable and not like you're in danger,
Mm-hmm.
inside some confined,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's an apartment or a hotel, and you should always have somebody who you can, chat with, who can help you, you know, um, whether he's another Diaspora himself or another Tanzanian, but just have somebody who can, like, take you through places without you having no worries,
Mm-hmm.
because he's basically like your tour guide, he's
Yeah.
who guides you through the lifestyle, which is Tanzania.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, bring me to my next question.
Hmm.
How can the diasporas help coming here to Tanzania? Coming to Africa, period. How can they help when they come over?
Um, well, like I said before, there's a lot of things Africa needs help with, financially, economically, everything, because plenty of orphans, people in the streets, people doing things that they don't want to do in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
But I would say 20 diaspora coming into Africa, they should first pay attention to detail, what's happening around you. When you're walking down the street, look around you. Why is this guy on the ground? Why is this guy selling food over here? Why is he, as long as you pay attention to all these small details, you get a hint to yourself saying that I could do something about this,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whether you're gonna, like, you're into immigration, you were like trying to get to extend your visa, and then they were like, oh, you gotta wait,
Yeah.
or no, we can't do any more extensions, that kind of stuff. So, help around here and there would be great. Orphanages, they need help,
I know that.
yeah, food wise,
Mm-hmm.
health wise, because a lot of kids, when you find a kid in an orphanage, you should know that their parents really had no plan or intention to have this child.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be another different story. Maybe the
Mm-hmm.
parents passed away. It could be anything. But yeah, they need help.
Mm-hmm.
Medical wise, people also need help. People need there's a lot of things in the medical field that need help. But yeah, so sometimes you'd have people in the low class not being able to pay for medical treatment,
Mm-hmm.
even though they have their health insurance and everything, but they still can't pay for it because it's way too expensive, over budget. So they got to do something else to find means of income to do so. I once went to a hospital and somebody came to me and said, "Could you please spare me some? Could you please help me with something?" I was like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I need some money." I'm like, "Okay," because he came to me. He's like, I brought my mama here. She was having an operation. I paid through her, health insurance, but they checked some things, but some things weren't checked on because basically they weren't part of the agreement with the health insurance. So I'm looking for some money, to help her, finish all the bills and she can come out safe and sound. So basically, um, I didn't know how to respond to that because I literally came in to see somebody as well and to pay their
Mm-hmm.
bills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you're stuck in this inner loop, and he was like, anything can help. Gave him some money here and there, helped him out. Not with the bills per se, but just with him in general, for him to, like, reach out to people that can actually help.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, um, you also have people who are the elderly. They also need help because you could have your mom or dad or grandmother, grandfather approaching 90, and their children don't have the means of income to help them out. They just have to stick with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring them to the city or take care of them while they're in the rural areas and the villages, and gets gets haywire through there because basically you also have your young relatives taking care of them, but they also want to have a life for themselves. So yeah, like a warm home for the elderly as well. That could be a huge help. So like I said, just pay attention to small details. I wouldn't say life isn't all about money. It's all about helping the people that helping people get to a level where they've never been before.
Yes.
Yeah, education.
Yes.
Kids need a lot of education in Tanzania because some kids drop out by the time they're in middle school and they want to do something for themselves in the streets. So yeah, that can get pretty hectic as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Now, I know I tell a lot of diasporas, I mentioned this to you before, that if you're dysfunctional in the States,
You're gonna be dysfunctional here as
yeah,
well.
you can be dysfunctional here as well.
And that's even worse.
That's one mentality that a lot of diasporas need to kind of shake off. A lot of this, I guess you could say turmoil and bad thinking that we had because of past. Yeah, and so coming here, it's like a fresh start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like the word everybody says, most of the time when you say, Mambo, most people would say salama.
Yeah.
Meaning peace, peaceful. That's how they feel. So, but is anything else that you would like to kind of express to the diasporas or to the Black Americans that's coming over? Anything else that you would like to express?
I feel like they should come back. Well, they should have been back a while now, but I'm just saying. Because 400 years in a country that you didn't want to come to, then you finally have an opportunity to come back to your homeland, even though it's not your actual homeland, because you don't even know. You could be from West Africa, North Africa, Central Africa, East Africa, South Africa, Morocco, anywhere.
Yeah.
So 400 years, you've been taken away from your home. Coming back now, it's an opportunity to get to know, your people that are still here. I'm not saying that we waited on them. I'll just say that, we were always here. We never left.
Yeah.
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 Another thing is, when the diaspora come here, they should feel happy, free, because like we're all black, we're all African, So then whenever they come back here, they should take this like their second home. Of course. And nobody's gonna mess with you.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna mess with you.
Yeah, I told you when I went to Zanzibar.
Yeah.
I was waiting to get my ticket, and I was on the inside, and some guys looking. Where you from? I'm from North Carolina. Lived in California for a little while. Oh, okay. Well, welcome home. And I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah. Santi. Thank you. Because I wasn't expecting that. Because sometimes you get the looks like African or where they from. And then some people say you from Morocco.
They can't tell.
Can't tell because as long as you're black and you have a little skin, people try to match you somewhere.
Yeah.
Where you're from.
And they keep on guessing.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I'm happy, man, that I was able to interview you. I'm glad that you had the time, took out the time for us. Like I said, a lot of diasporas, a lot of people just be wanting, a little bit of questions answered, how it feels, to feel comfortable. Some people, because it's told in the States that Africans don't like you, and then it's told
that's
here,
not true.
oh, they don't like you, they don't like you. It's like always a person in the middle saying, somebody, it's that bully almost like.
Yeah.
And just to let people know that I came here just like anywhere else, any person goes. At first you're gonna be a little unsettled, but if it's anywhere I feel home and feel comfortable, it's here.
Yeah.
Now I hadn't been able to experience, South Africa and Ghana yet.
Yeah.
But
one day.
One, yeah, oh yeah,
One day.
yeah. Once we, we get settled, and I know we'll try to make our way. And once a lot of these flight restrictions are took off, then I can see myself going to see other countries, just to check it out.
Karibu.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, man.
No problem.
And we'll be keeping in touch.
Always.
Always, always.